All men by nature desire to know. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. The more you know, the more you realize you don't know. The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet. The ultimate value of life depends upon awareness and the power of contemplation rather than upon mere survival. The one exclusive sign of thorough knowledge is the power of teaching. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. To learn is a natural pleasure, not confined to philosophers. It is the mark of an instructed mind to rest satisfied with the degree of precision which the nature of the subject admits and not to seek exactness where only an approximation is possible. Excellence in any department can be attained only by the labor of a lifetime. It is not to be purchased at a lesser price. For the things we have to learn before we can do them, we learn by doing them. The more knowledge you have, the more you understand your ignorance. The aim of art is to represent not the outward appearance of things, but their inward significance. It is impossible to begin to learn that which one thinks one already knows. It is the nature of desire not to be satisfied, and most men live only for the gratification of it. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. The least initial deviation from the truth is multiplied later 1,000-fold. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. The energy of the mind is the essence of life. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act but a habit. The wise man does not expose himself needlessly to danger since there are few things for which he cares sufficiently, but he is willing, in great crises, to give even his life, knowing that under certain conditions it is not worth preserving. The whole is greater than the sum of its parts. It is easy to fly into a passion. Anyone can do that. But to be angry with the right person to the right extent and at the right time and with the right object and in the right way, that is not easy. The least initial deviation from the truth is multiplied later 1,000-fold. The educated differ from the uneducated as much as the living from the dead. Doubt is the beginning of wisdom. The wise man does not expose himself needlessly to danger, since there are few things for which he cares sufficiently, but he is willing, in great crises, to give even his life, knowing that under certain conditions it is not worth preserving. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. The virtue of justice consists in moderation, as regulated by wisdom. It is not enough to win a war, it is more important to organize the peace. The high-minded man must care more for the truth than for what people think. A friend to all is a friend to none. Man is a goal-seeking animal. His life only has meaning if he is reaching out and striving for his goals. Happiness depends upon ourselves. Without friends, no one would want to live, even if he had all other goods. The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet. To be conscious that we are perceiving or thinking is to be conscious of our own existence. In all things of nature, there is something of the marvelous. The soul never thinks without a picture. Fear is pain arising from the anticipation of evil. A tyrant must put on the appearance of uncommon devotion to religion. Subjects are less apprehensive of illegal treatment from a ruler whom they consider God-fearing and pious. What it lies in our power to do, it lies in our power not to do. Happiness is the meaning and the purpose of life, the whole aim and end of human existence. We give up leisure in order that we may have leisure, just as we go to war in order that we may have peace. We make war that we may live in peace. Learning is not child's play, we cannot learn without pain. We must be neither cowardly nor rash, but courageous. Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work.